Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. As promised in the comparison video between the Toys era Homelander on the left and the Soo Toys Homelander on the right, I did say I was waiting for a head sculpt that I found on eBay, and as you can see he's very tan. Much more tan looking than the head sculpts that we get with these figures. So that gave me the willies straight away. I thought, uh-oh, that is not going to match with the necks on these figures. That's the only part that's visible though. It's just a little bit of neck. His collar comes up around the sides pretty much, but it's just the front. So I guess in theory, if you were to display this with the head tilted down a little bit, you may not see the neck so much. But we're going to see what it looks like and compare it to the likeness on the head sculpts that you get with the other figures. Alright, and obviously if you've seen the video on the channel, you don't get the laser vision like that. I had to do that myself. That's on the channel if you want to see it, and I have repainted the hair on every head sculpt that you will see, including the new one, to make the hair more blonde. So I hope you enjoy the video, folks. Drop a like on it for me, subscribe, and check me out on Instagram at DeanKnight333. The sculpts are all over eBay at the moment, folks. You can see one here, and then there's another one. Don't know why that one's more expensive, but and there's a really cheap one. They're just everywhere, so you shouldn't have any trouble finding them. And here is the sculpt. I really like it. I mean, I think the lightness is bang on pretty much. The paint job could be better, but it's not too bad. I like the fact they got the kind of dark eyelashes in there that's important with him. And I think the eyebrows could be a bit darker. But overall, I think the sculpt is very good. Just turn it askew a little bit. I still think the likeness is very strong. Do you like the intense expression? And there's your side profile again. I love the sculpt of the face, all the little kind of muscles. It looks like he's really clenching his jaw out of frustration. And there's the other side profile shot for you. Nose looks really good. It's just a really good sculpt. It's just painted too tan, you know. It's not, well, it's not that it's too tan, because he does look like that a lot in the show, especially when he's on like TV appearances, and he looks really kind of cheesy and, you know, perfect American kind of hero of his blonde hair and his tan and his fake muscles in his suit and all that stuff. But yeah, I think it's dead on. You know, it's just a shame it's a little bit too tan to match the necks on these. But let's get on with putting this new head sculpt on both figures and we'll see how it looks. Let's try putting it on the Toys era version first. Okay, and that is the new head sculpt on the Toys era setup, but the neck has disappeared when I pressed it down into place, so I'm going to have to raise the head up a little bit so that he has a neck again. But just showing you how it looks when you naturally just click it onto the Toys era setup here. Okay, so I basically just put a little bit of blue tack up in the head sculpt before I put the neck joint in there, and it just helps keep it raised up. I think it looks great. It's just unfortunate about the mismatch with the skin tones. I guess you could, you know, do what you need to do, whether that's repainting the neck or switching out a different body that matches the head sculpt a bit better tone wise. That's up to you. I'm going to think about it and see what I want to do there, but I do think it looks very close as far as likeness goes. Let's just come back a bit here. So again, this is the Toys era figure with the head sculpt that I found on eBay for about £20. It comes painted. I did repaint the hair more blonde, but that's it. You might be looking at this thinking that the difference in the skin tone between the head and the neck is not that noticeable, and that's true depending on where you are and where you put it in your display. I'm sure there's a way I can display this where no one will really spot it, but we'll see. I mean, for £20 it's not really doing much damage either way. It just gives you more options. But overall, I do think it looks really nice on the Toys era figure. do feel that there's something a bit inaccurate going on with the hairline. I did check on Google, just looked at a bunch of images before I started filming this bit of the video, and this is a bit more of a receding hairline kind of look, whereas in the show it's quite straight across his forehead, kind of a hairline. You don't really get those widow's peaks or whatever you call them. It does seem quite prominent on this one. It's not a massive big deal, but it's just something I noticed. I'll just get it from a low angle for you. Yeah, I really like it. Curious to know what you guys think. You can let me know in the comments. Very nice. I just tilted his head to the side a little bit. Looks quite creepy, like he's just about to laser you. Yeah, around the mouth area, the lips, the side of the mouth, they've really captured really well. I can't even describe what's going on with Anthony Starr's face, but it's hard to describe. It's very expressive. There's a lot of subtleties going on, and they've managed to capture that with this sculpt. I mean, that is really good. And looking up, unfortunately, exposes too much of the neck, but it does look very nice. It's just a matter of figuring out what I'm going to do about the neck situation. Justin did manage to remove the suit on this and switch the body. I'm a bit nervous about that because of the stitching at the back. I've done that kind of thing before with the Sideshow Harley Quinn. Before they started using Firesin bodies, I installed one of them on the older version, but I don't know, maybe I'm just being lazy. But just need to figure out a way to make this neck look more like the tone on the head sculpt, and I could do that with just washes, I guess. Like just kind of get a nice subtle tan kind of watery wash and just apply it a few times over the neck until it starts to match up with the head. But how would I get to it, because the collar on this Toys Era figure is very tight to the neck. I'm not even sure if the neck on this body that they used is separate from the body or if it's all one piece with the body. That's the way it seems to be with the Soo Toys version. The head and the body are one kind of piece. But I'll figure it out eventually. But the main point is, this head sculpt looks like Anthony Starr's Homelander from any angle so far. It's very good. Okay, so now I'm going to try this head sculpt on the Soo Toys figure. So that's what you're going to see next. And here it is on the Soo Toys setup. I think I preferred the proportions of this head sculpt on the Toys Era, but this doesn't look bad. Obviously, we've got a big skin tone difference between the head and the neck, and that is up to you how you're going to go about fixing that. But this does look nice. It's going to look from this angle. It's a very strong likeness. So if you tilt the head down nice and low, you conceal most of the neck, and that's how that looks. So in your detolf or however you display your figs, that wouldn't look too bad. Not too bad, folks. Look at that. Let's get us a nice low angle with this one now. Yeah, I mean, you don't even really have to repaint the neck if you tilt the head down like this. I mean, we are looking at it from beneath, you know, looking right up at him. So So if you put him on like a high shelf or something, tilt the head down, looks fine. Now still got the head tilted down, but we're kind of looking down on him now, like he's about waistline height with us display wise, and that's how that looks. I mean, look at the damn sculpt on this. That is him 100%. I'll just get you some close-up footage of the sculpt. I'll switch to a different mode on the camera in a minute. It lets me get a little bit closer. This mode I'm using at the moment doesn't let me get quite as close, but it is slightly crisper looking, I've noticed. So I'll give it to you both ways. And just give you some crisp action, and then we'll switch up to close-ups. Alright, let's see how much. Oh wow. Damn, that's good. That is really good, folks. Let me just turn the brightness down a little bit. Man, I like that. Do you know what? For £20, I wouldn't mind getting another one of these, and maybe talking to the seller on eBay, just in case they know the person who's painting them. And I could say, I don't suppose you could just request that I could get one a bit more paler. Or maybe as time goes on, they'll start painting them paler because they'll realize that they haven't quite managed to, you know, match the skin tone of the two most popular options that are out there between Toy Zero and Soo Toys. But yeah, man, that is good. Love the eyes and around the eyes. It really looks like him. Alright, get another close up here from a different angle. Again, that really looks like him. Yeah, I get this if I were you folks. Just to have it, you know, it's a nice little option. If you're sitting there like I do, messing around with all my bags of accessories and trying to figure out the right way to achieve what you're going for. It ain't gonna hurt having this lying around. £20? What's that, like $26, $27? Something like that. Just have a look around on eBay. They seem to be going pretty easily right now. But very impressed with the quality and the likeness. Alright, so I pulled out the neck on the Toy Zero figure, and that's the neck attached to the laser beam vision head there. And I found another neck with a more accurate match for the skin tone of this head sculpt. So that's pretty easy. I haven't even plugged the neck into the joint. I'm pretty sure I can, but the collar is holding it in place and it's nice and deep in there anyway. So that solves that issue. It was just a random body that I had, something I was using from a taxi driver figure here, and I just looked down to the left of me and there he was, and I thought, I wonder if I can remove that neck, and I was able to do that, and I just removed the Toy Zero one, and now it matches up quite nicely. Although there is, for some reason, there's quite a bit of muddy kind of weathering on the neck for some reason. It must have been for a Myers figure in the past. So I can hopefully just wipe away, get a little sponge and just give the neck a bit of a clean. But it does match the skin tone of the head and looks fantastic. Okay folks, so wrapping up, just for now I'm settling on the Toy Zero with the new neck I found and the head that I got on eBay. That seems to be working out quite nice. Not perfect, but the likeness is strong and the proportions are quite close. Still got that inaccurate collar, but what are you going to do? And then we have the Toy Zero head on the Soo Toys setup. Just a very dark suit, way too dark. It's always going to bug me. The Toy Zero seems to be a lot closer. But I hope you found the video informative and entertaining, and if you did like it folks, drop a like on the video for me to help more people discover the video. They might find it useful. And subscribe if you haven't done already, and follow me on Instagram at DKnight333 because I'll put plenty of pics up on there. Hope you enjoyed it, folks. I'll let you know if I get up to anything else with these guys in the future. Anything I come up with, I'll keep you updated on the channel. But for now, thanks for watching. See you soon. Take it easy. Bye bye.